Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Here we are at Le Lyon for the final of the Oxfordshire Cup, the tournament hosted by Blackbird's Polo Club. And here we are with Great Oaks, Le Lyon, and Ojo Caliente, ready to decide the championship of this 18-goal competition here at Le Lyon. My name is Andrés Ugarte. I'll be your commentator today, and as you can see on your screens, there we are with Ojo Caliente playing on green and Great Oaks Le Lyon playing on white. The lineups for today for Great Oaks: number 1, Dylan Bacon; number 2, Gonzalo del Tour; number 3, Michel del Carril; number 4, Nico Roberts. For Ojo Caliente, we have Ana Escobedo from Mexico as number 1, Felix Isaín, Facu Sola, and from New Zealand, John Paul Clarkin, 18 goals apiece. For today's contest between Great Oaks and Ojo Caliente, the officials for today: Jose Ignacio Araya, Pepe Araya, and Adrian Waits. Number 3, the third man, Tony Kite. Of course, all updates on our social media at Polo Line OK on Instagram with everything that is going on, not only here in England on a day that we'll see the kickoff of the Queen's Cup, but also in Morocco with the International Polo Tournament Mohamed VI, which got underway yesterday with a win by Morocco over Argentina, and so much activity in Spain, everywhere in the world. So stay tuned, log into Polo Line. And here we are, live on Polo Line TV worldwide with the Oxfordshire Cup final. 5 checkers will be played today. Great to see Ana Escobedo from Mexico playing the final, the same as Dylan Bacon. Dylan and Great Oaks, winners of the Queen's Cup in 2022. This year we have them taking part of the medium goal in England, so great to see him always around. One of the patrons who play in the best possible way, one of the best playing patrons, definitely. And now the game is on. Here we are with Gonzalo del Tour picking it up, and now leaving it for Nico Roberts, who is playing today as a number 4, linking with Gonzalo. The ball passing by, and now Ana Escobedo trying to pick it up. Also Facu Sola, and coming from a different angle, Gonzalo del Tour. A whistle. A great action there by Ojo Caliente. Felix Isaín. There we are with Felix Carlos Isaín, who was playing early this year, not only in Argentina, where he is from, but also in Dubai, playing the Gold Cup. Last year he played in Soto Grande. So penalty from the spot in favor of green, in favor of Ojo Caliente. Clarkin, John Paul Clarkin. Next to him was Facu Sola. Here he comes. Facundo Sola from Argentina, linking with Felix Isaín. They really know each other. They've been playing together in tournaments like the Polo Tour in Argentina. Here comes Facundo. Facu Sola, challenged there by Michel del Carril to the playing as a number 3 for Great Oaks. Also entering the play was Nico Roberts. And now Facundo Sola. Here comes Facu trying to take it all the way from the boards to the center. Nice marking by Michel del Carril, taking the danger away. And here comes head to head Dylan Bacon challenging John Paul Clarkin. Nice action there by John Paul. John Paul Clarkin, the under the neck approach, looking for Ana Escobedo. And now coming from behind was Felix Isaín. Felix, marked there by Dylan. Felix Isaín, the under the neck approach, the ball passing by all the way from board to board, and now here comes John Paul Clarkin with the open backhand trying to bring the ball back in to link with Facundo Sola. And now Del Tour, Gonza. Here comes Gonzalo del Tour. Coming from behind again to give a hand was Nico Roberts. The ball stays in behind, and now Dylan. Dylan Bacon. Leaving it for Gonzalo. Gonzalo del Tour, the ball passing by. And now on the turning, Ana with the pickup. And now Michel all the way over the midfield line. But again, Felix is in with a nice open back shot. Linking with John Paul. And now Facundo? No. Nico Roberts. Here comes Nico. Was playing early this year also in Pakistan. Nico. Nico Roberts with the approach. The ball stays in behind. John Paul. When we listen to a whistle. Here again, head to head, John Paul and Facundo. Sorry, it was Nico Roberts and Facundo. The approach there, the whistle, and the penalty from the spot in favor of Ojo Caliente. Facundo Sola. Linking with John Paul Clarkin. Here comes Clarkin. Challenge there by Michel de Carril in the first stage. Leaving it for Felix. Is a nice approach there by Felix. Looking for Facundo Sola. And here comes Facu over the midfield line. Looking to score the first one today. The long approach. Chased by Gonzalo del Tour, who's gonna get there first. Nice covering there by del Tour. Gonza, who ended up playing the final of the Prince of Wales last Saturday, replacing injured James Harper, who, of course, we wish him a speedy recovery to see him as soon as possible back in the field. The whistle there when Facu Sola was trying to pick the ball in favor of Ojo Caliente. A whistle, and let's see what's gonna come out of this one. Here again, Gonza del Tour with the approach. The marking by Felix Isayin, and also coming from behind was Nico Roberts. The whistle, and this leads to a penalty opportunity in favor of Great Oaks and the chance for them to open the score. So now, Great Oaks with the chance of opening the score from 60 yards. The ball was stopped in the way. And now to the other end, the pickup by Facundo Sola. Coming from behind was Nicolas Roberts also. So Jean Paul Clarkin to resume the play with a 5B. This penalty from the midfield line in favor of Ojo Caliente. John Paul. Dylan Bacon there, challenging him. Nice approach by Jean Paul. Close to him was Facu Sola, but still Jean Paul, and a great opportunity for Ojo Caliente. The under the neck approach deflected there by Nico Roberts, and now Dylan. No, it was Michel del Carril. Here comes Michel. Michel del Carril, another approach, leaving it for Gonzalo del Tour. Gonzalo del Tour, and a long approach, looking for Michel del Carril, but first there is going to be Felix Esain. Here comes Felix Carlos Esain. The ball stayed in behind, and very quickly Michel del Carril picks it up. Next to him was Gonza. Coming from behind was Facundo Sola. But still, Del Carril coming from behind was Nico Roberts. Here comes Nicolas Roberts. The under the neck approach, looking for a goal from a very long distance, and the ball ended up going wide to the right hand side. But nice opportunity there in favor of the white jersey team, and Nico Roberts with a long range approach, getting really close to score. And now there is a whistle, I believe. A minute and a half remaining here at Le Lyon. On a day that we'll also see the kickoff of the Queen's Cup. Actually, it already got underway. Also, a great week for Ojo Caliente from Ana Escobedo. Last Sunday at Gas Polo Club, they won the Queen Mother Centenary Trophy, the opening 15-goal competition at guards with Ana, Facu Sola, Jean Paul, and Hazel Jackson. So a great kickoff of the season for them, winning a 15-goal, a very important one, and now reaching the final of the first 18-goal competition they are playing here in England. Some problem with the, I think, Dylan's horse. I just saw him getting back in the field. So Clarkin getting ready to resume the play with a minute and a half remaining in this opening checker. Here he comes, John Paul Clarkin. Jean Paul leaving it for Facundo Sola, who also changed actually. Facu, another tapping there. Approaching him was Gonzalo del Tour. Gonza del Tour, who was also in Pakistan, but last year, not this one. Nice turning there by Gonza. The approach, looking for Dylan Bacon. Covering the field was John Paul Clarkin. Nice stage shot there by Clarkin, linking with Facu Sola. Also approaching him was Gonzalo del Tour. And now Felix is in. Facu. Still Sola, leaving it for John Paul Clarkin. Nice linking, nice combination between these two. Here comes John Paul. Challenge now by Gonzalo del Tour. Still Clarkin. Coming from behind was also Dylan Bacon. And the ball ended up going over the boards. A knocking in favor of Grey Dogs. Nico Roberts linking with Gonzalo del Tour. Head to head against Felix is saying, here comes Gonza, the under the neck approach, looking for Dylan Bacon, who was waiting up front for the ball, and Dylan Bacon hitting and scoring to open the score here at Le Lyon to take the lead in the Oxfordshire Cup final, following a great linking, a great playing here by Gonzalo del Tour. The assist for Dylan, and Dylan Bacon, look, with the under the neck shot, hitting and scoring. 1-0 in favor of Grey Dogs. Some seconds remaining in this opening checker here. Picking it up, Nico Roberts. Open to the right hand side. Here comes Nico. Still Roberts taking care of the ball. Marked there by Ana Escobedo. One will listen to the first bell. Here comes Nico from the boards to the center. Nice marking by Facundo Sola. Coming from behind was Michel del Carril. Here comes Michel with the opportunity of extending the lead for the men in white. And the ball goes a little bit wide to the left hand side, and at the very last minute the saving there, and the ball ended up going over the back line, and this will be it for the opening period of the game here at Le Lyon in the Oxfordshire Cup final. And following a goal by Dylan Bacon, Grey Dogs is on the lead 1-0. In a few moments we'll be back with checker number 2.
but it wasn't to be enough. And it was these lineouts, as we see one of those here, that really did prove the difference. It'll be interesting to see on the stats after the game here exactly what the lineout difference was. It felt the ball went into play, it was brought away by La Magdalene. And Laborde running away from Murcia there. So impressive in that second half. And Mo Sanctus, like we say, they had their moments. Polito Perez, always so good. Again, away, Pablo, you see how he just leaves the ball on this play. That is the teamwork that we saw from La Magdalene throughout. It looked like very often we see the Nigola backing himself to score the goal. He just left it. He had faith in his side. To all of the hard work being done by the ground staff here at Cowdrey Park, considering the conditions which have been less than ideal throughout the early part of the summer here. The friends, family, coaches, staff, and now we see that stats, and it is that throwing stat. We mentioned it a few times. 16 won by La Magdalene, 7 by Mura Sanctus, and what makes that even more impactful is a number of those who picked it up when they scored goals. Good by both sides, not a lot of fouling. It was a good open game. That one yellow card for Facundo Fernandez Llorente in the last chucker, just a little much energy perhaps put into a swing. As you see here, the final bit of stat, I mentioned it was 4 goals to love at the end of the second. It was that 4-goal difference just for a second in the third. It looked like Mo Sanctus maybe finding their way back, but always out in front, always in control, La Magdalene. They, at the end of the day, are deserved winners here of the Triples Challenge. But from all of us at Polo Line TV,
So here we are back at Le Lyon, ready to enter check number 2, following a goal by Dylan Bacon. His team, Great Oaks, Le Lyon is on the lead, 1-0 over Ojo Caliente. Ojo Caliente with Ana Escobedo, Felix Esain, Facu Sola and John Paul Clarkin for Great Oaks. Dylan is joined by Gonzalo del Tour, Michel del Carril and Nico Roberts. And Ojo Caliente gets ready to resume from the back to get check number 2 on the way. Still waiting for one of the players to join. The officials here are Pepe Araya, Jose Ignacio Araya from Argentina, and Adrian Waits. And check number 2 is underway. John Paul Clarkin leaving it for Facundo Sola. This is something that we've been watching all through these 2 weeks of the Oxfordshire Cup. John Paul Clarkin and Facu Sola leading this team from the back and associating in between each other. John Paul, challenged by Felix, also coming from behind was Gonzalo del Tour, still Clarkin, leaving it for Felix. Here comes Felix Esain, the under the neck approach, looking for the net from a very long distance, and Felix Esain scoring to make it 1-1. Wow, what a shot by Felix. He really knows how to hit hard the ball. He usually takes the long range penalties in the teams that he plays for. And look here, from a wide angle, Felix is scoring to make it 1-1. Let's see who ended up picking it. Dylan coming from behind, nice back shot, then Ana Escobedo, and now Felix is with the approach. Ana with the first tapping, coming from behind is going to be Gonza del Tour. On the near side was Facundo Sola, trying to pick it up. Now Gonza trying to turn, and the whistle when Gonza was trying to find his way with the ball. There was a whistle, so let's see what's the decision here by the umpires. Here we are. when Gonza was trying to turn to take a clean ball out of there. He ended up committing a foul. And now Ojo Caliente with the chance of taking the lead for the first time today through a penalty. Facu Sola placing it. Actually, the three players, the three professionals from Ojo Caliente are penalty takers, so that's an advantage they have, but Facu is the main one. Facu Sola, who will be joining La H2 in Argentina later this year for the Triple Crown, joining Joaco Pitaluga, Toli Ulloa, and Tito Ruiz Guiñazú, moving from Muru Santos to La H2, a club that will be featuring two teams in the Triple Crown. And here comes Facundo, looking for his second title in 3 days in England. Facundo Sola from 60 yards scoring to take the lead. Now Ojo Caliente 2-1 in the beginning of check number 2 following this 60-yard penalty by Facundo Sola. And now back to the center to resume the play. Nico Roberts with the pickup. Nice approach by Nico. Another tap, being a little bit open to the right hand side. The ball stays in behind. Now Gonza del Tour picking it up. Coming from behind was Dillon. Also Michel del Carril. Kind of a melee there. But at the end, Gonza del Tour ended up picking it. And here he comes. Open to the right hand side. Taking it all the way. The marking by Felix Esai. Nice approach by Felix. And now Jean-Paul Clark in the marking by Del Carril. Also Nico Roberts entering the play. Nice turning there by Nico. Nice turning. Nice action there by Nicolas Roberts. The marking by Ana Escobedo when Gonza del Tour was looking good to take it all the way. A whistle. And now it looks as a great opportunity for Grey Dogs. Still, we're gonna wait for the decision by the officials. I listened to a second whistle and I think a yellow card has been shown to one of the players. I think it is the 4 green, John Paul Clarkin. Will be confirming this soon. So this is a penalty too. So if I'm not mistaken, following this penalty, if Gonza, or is it from the spot? So penalty 2, whether from 30 yards or from the spot. In case he scores, he should be having then a 5B to resume the play, but let's see. Gonza del Tour to find the equalizer, and the ball goes wide to the left, and there goes the whistle. So as he didn't score, he has a new chance. This is due to the yellow card that was shown to one of the green players. So a new opportunity for Del Tour. Halfway through check number 2, Gonza, and the opportunity now to set the equalizer. So penalty 2 from 30 yards. Gonzalo Del Tour. This time the ball goes in. And now the game is tied in 2. Following this penalty scored by Gonzalo del Tour. Back to the center to resume the play. A whistle. Something's going on with Dillon, who is actually off the field. Maybe a problem with his horse or so. There he comes back again, Dillon Bacon. 2-time winner of the Queen's Cup, Dillon, 2020 and 2022. in 2020 with brothers Camilo and Barto Castañedo Lanzanti Laborde. Last year with Juan Martín Nero, Cruz Egui, and James Baim. Gonza del Tour trying to win it over, coming from behind was John Paul Clark. In the game is tied into halfway through the second. The whistle now. So again the play. Gonza del Tour entering, also Michel del Carril on the turning, Facundo Sola, and look, it was all crossed. Nico Roberts, when Facu was turning, he picked the line and Nico was crossed from board to board, and he ended up committing a foul. I think the foul was called against him. So now Ojo Caliente and a new opportunity through a penalty to take the lead. The previous attempt they had was a penalty 4 scored by Facundo Sola, and I think we're going again to a penalty 4 from 60 yards.
Is that Nico?
So Facu and here he comes with the chance of giving the lead to Ojo Caliente. Facundo Sola with the approach. The ball was deflected and it ended up going over the back line. Nana Escobedo bringing the ball back in. And now Michel del Carril taking his time, leading the team from the back. The approach there, very well challenged by Felix Isain. And now Facundo Sola, nicely done by Facu, still in possession of the ball. Coming from behind was Gonza del Tour. Definitely the man-to-man from Grey Dogs to Facu Sola is Gonzalo del Tour. He's been on top of Facu all the time. Now Jean Paul Clark and Nico Roberts also approaching the play, and the new whistle. I think we're going a little bit forward this time. Let's see. Facu here, Del Tour with the marking. Felix Isain claiming that he picked the line, and Nico Roberts committing a foul. And now, look, this is what we were talking about, all the penalty takers this team has. It's going to be Felix Isain with the penalty 2 from 30 yards. Felix Isain with the penalty 2, scoring to give the lead to Ojo Caliente. Second goal today by Felix. 2-1, still with a couple of minutes remaining in this jacket number 2. Always really interesting to listen to the players when they join the halftime, to see the way they are standing, the markings they are taking. Dylan trying to win it over, but at the end was Felix Carlos Isain.
Green's got it. Green's got it.
Felix in the turning, challenged there by Michel del Carril, still Isain. And now Dylan Bacon is on top of him, and now Jean Paul clocking, taking his time.
Change of plan.
The shouting by Facundo Sola, tirala, take it. Felix taking care of the ball. Coming from behind was Jean Paul Clarking, a whistle. Many players approaching the same play. Let's see. Here we are with Felix. The marking by Del Tour. Then Jean Paul Clarking claiming that he was fouled. And the whistle. They were running towards the boards. So let's see if they... No, I was gonna say that maybe it was going to be from the spot, but look, they're going forward, so at least it's going to be a 60. Let's wait to see where the officials place the ball.
I didn't even have to look at I totally agree with you. You just pushed him straight in. Yeah, yeah. He's on the left. He's pushing John Paul into him. Yeah. I have checked it. And you can check it yourself after.
Facu Sola from 60 yards and the opportunity. Wow, that's old school. He didn't receive the order of taking the penalty. So here he goes again. Facu Sola, penalty for 1 out of 2 so far today from this distance. Facundo Sola from 60 yards making the ball fly. The flagman says the ball goes in, and so do the umpires, and Facu Sola extends the lead for Ojo Caliente 4-2. Second goal today by Facu Sola, both of them through a penalty for. So back to the center to resume the play. A whistle. Something going on with Hannah there. Now all set to resume. Michel del Carril picking the ball in the lineup for Grey Dogs. And now Gonzalo del Tour taking it all the way. Nicely done by Gonza. Coming from behind was John Paul Clarkin again. Gonzalo del Tour open to the right hand side. The under the neck approach looking for the posts, but the ball ended up going wide to the right. And it's going to be John Paul Clarkin resuming from the back into the last seconds of play of checker number 2 before going to a break. Here comes Ojo Caliente, maybe with a chance of setting one more attacking opportunity before the end of the checker. Facundo Sola. Nice approach by Sola. Chased there by Gonzalo del Tour. He has fresh legs enough to take it all the way when we listen to the first bell. From the boards to the center, here comes Facundo. Coming on the inside was John Paul Clarkin uncovering the field. Michel del Carril with a great backshot to take the danger away. And now it's going to be Dylan Bacon to give some continuity there. Felix is in with the open backshot. Now Dylan. Whoa, that backshot stays a little bit short, and in the turning was John Paul Clarkin with the opportunity. The last one of checker number 2. And the whistle that ends the second checker. So this will end checker number 2, 4-2 Ojo Caliente, 2-2 Grey Dogs. We're going to a break, and also in the break the chance to see the winning goal of the Prince of Wales Trophy final.
Yeah. Where you guys are now. Yeah, but you were right in that corner, so maybe you didn't pick it up either.
Will win this year's Justerini and Brooks Prince of Wales Trophy final. Here comes Facundo Pieris, the 10-goal Argentine. Goes out to the right, well tracked there by Kavanagh, but Del Toro is in the space behind. He's found a little pass down towards Borodin. It's Andre Borodin who's had a very, very good game. Backhander comes in there from Diego Kavanagh, but he's only found Pieris. Pieris with the under the neck shot towards goal. Facundo Pieris has found the winning goal here.
So here we are back at Le Lion, ready to enter check number 3. These guys, the men in green, are on the lead 4-2 over Grey Dogs in the Oxfordshire Cup final, the 18-goal competition hosted by Blackbirds Polo Club. So a great shout out to Rob Cadmore and everybody there at Blackbirds. And of course a very special day for Blackbirds as well as a whole. They are making their comeback to the Queen's Cup after many years. They will making their debut today. But here we are, and the game to be resumed with a throw-in. 4-2 in favor of Ojo Caliente. 2 goals scored by Felix Isain, 2 by Facu Sola. There we are with all the players joining the umpires to get check number 3 underway. A total of 5 will be played today. Was checking the fixture for today's opening match of the Queen's Cup. So La Magdalene is on the lead, 7-3 over Pub Place Vara. This after the check number 3. Also later today, UAE against King Power and Blackbirds against Sujan Indian Tigers. But here we are with the Oxfordshire Cup final. Ojo Caliente on the lead 4-2 with 3 checkers remaining here. And now the game is on. In the back of the lineup, trying to pick it up, Gonza del Tour. Gonza. A whistle there. Maybe. Let's see. When Gonza took the shot, I think he ended up hitting John Paul. Let's take a look again. Look here. Del Tour. Hitting the horse there. The ball was hitting the horse, a whistle, and this leads to a penalty attempt, a penalty opportunity in favor of Ojo Caliente. There we are with Facu Sola. This is considered a foul under the HBA rules, and this is why Facu Sola has the opportunity of extending the lead for the men in green. 2 out of 3 today in penalties for Facu. Next to him, John Paul Clarkin. Facu Sola in the very beginning of check number 3 with the chance of taking it to a 5-2. Here comes Facundo Sola, the ball going wide to the left. And Ojo Caliente will be resuming from the back. Sorry, Grey Dogs will be resuming from the back. Here comes Nico Roberts. Nicolas Roberts taking his time. Challenged there by Facundo Sola. And now to the right hand side to link with Gonza del Tour, who was coming from behind. Here comes Gonza. Gonzalo. Leaving it for Michel del Carril. Here comes Michel del Carril. Nice pickup. Nice breakaway by Michel del Carril. Now over the marking by Facundo Sola. Still Michel del Carril to take it all the way into the danger zone. Michel del Carril. What a breakaway by Grey Dogs. Number 3. Michel del Carril to close the gap here. To score. To add 1 for the men in white. And now they're only losing by 1. But look, the final stages of the play by Michel del Carril. Over the marking by Facundo Sola. And the final tap into score. Now 4-3, back to the center to resume the play. Felix, the marking there by Del Carril, playing towards the boards. And now Del Tur, here comes Gonza Del Tur from the boards to the center. Here comes Gonza, chased by Felix Esain, nice marking by Ojo Caliente's number 2, and then following the action was Nico Roberts. Again Del Tur from the near side to the open side, trying to find the best spot to hit at goal. The marking by Jean-Paul Clarkin with the under the neck towards the ball, taking the danger away, giving some continuity was Facundo Sola, sending the ball to Felix Esain. Here comes Felix. Challenge there by Michel Del Carril, and coming on the inside is also Jean-Paul Clarkin, still Felix. The approach, the long passing by Felix, looking for Jean-Paul Clarkin. Here comes Jean-Paul with the opportunity, and he runs out of field. The ball goes over the back line, and it's going to be Grey Dogs resuming from the back. A whistle there. Some words. And here again the chance. The ball coming all the way. Dillon on the near side. And look, Gonzalo Del Tur entering the play, but coming on an angle, and Facu picked the line before. So it's going to be a penalty from the spot in favor of Ojo Caliente. Halfway through check number 3, Ojo Caliente leading by 1 in this final. And of course, from June the 8th, we'll be live from Polo Club Domaine de Chantilly in France with the first Polo Nations Cup, the 12-goal competition that will be taking part there with 8 teams from June 8th to 18th. June, pololine.tv to watch every single game of the Polo Nations Cup. Also, they took the time to change And now Jean-Paul Clarkin to resume the play for Ojo Caliente. Here he comes. Jean-Paul Clarkin, nice action there. Challenged by Dylan Bacon, and coming from behind was Felix Esain. Nice pickup by Felix. Felix Esain again from a very long distance, looking for the net, scoring a very similar to the one he scored in chapter number 2, showing all his skills, showing again how decisive he can be whenever he finds a spot to hit at goal. Look, Felix Esain, nice under the neck approach from a very long distance to score, to extend the lead again, to take a 2-goal lead in the game. 5-3. Facundo Sola. Challenge there by Gonzalo Del Tur. Facu coming from behind was Clarkin. Here comes John Paul from the boards to the center. The marking by Dylan Bacon. Very active in attack and in defense, usually Dylan. And now Felix again from the boards to the center. Here comes Felix Esain. Nice breakaway by Ojo Caliente number 2. The ball stays in behind, but still a deflection there to put some pressure over Nico Roberts, who ended up resolving really well with an open back shot. And now again Nico. No, it's Gonzalo Del Tur. Gonza leading the way for Grey Dogs. The approach there, looking for Nico Roberts, who was coming from behind, but he was really well marked by and ridden off by Felix Isain. And now Facundo Sola. Facu, challenged by Dylan. The ball stays in behind, and Felix Isain with the back shot on the near side, linking with John Paul, and here comes John Paul clocking. Nice approach coming from behind was Michel Del Carril, but still John Paul clocking manages to remain with the ball. And when he tried to take it all the way, ball ended up staying a little bit short, and here comes Michel Del Carril, who also scored one of the nicest goals today. Here comes Michel Del Carril linking with Dillon, and here comes Dillon Bacon to take it all the way. The marking by Felix Isain when Dillon was taking it all the way. A whistle. Here we're going to see it again. Michel Del Carril linking with Dillon, perfectly picking the line, and the marking by Felix Isain, who was a little bit crossed over that line, and this leads to a penalty in favor of Grey Dogs. Let's see what's the decision here. How far will they take it? Pepe Araya there, one of the umpires. Pepe Araya not only comes from a long-time Polo family from Coronel Suarez, but also when the current King Charles III went to Argentina in 1999, he was part of that game, which was played at the Hurlingham Club. Pepe Araya alongside Pepe Santamarina. King Charles III played with Russo and Horacito Hegui. And here's some words to make the final call. Also, Klinova, thank you for, of course, supporting every single transmission of Polo Line. Another of the teams that will be taking part of the Queen's Cup. Klinova. So there we are. The ball has already been placed. It's going to be a penalty too in favor of Grey Dogs, and the opportunity for them to close the gap before reaching the halftime. Gonza del Tour now with the opportunity here, already scored one from 30 yards, and now with the opportunity of adding one more. So it's going to be Gonza del Tour. Here we go with Grey Dogs number 1. I think that the ball was placed on a different mark, so they have taken it forward to the penalty 2 from 30 yards mark. Minute and a half remaining until the first bell here. So Gonzalo del Tour with the opportunity. Gonzalo del Tour from 30 yards scoring, and now it's 5-4 for Ojo Caliente. Anybody's game here at Le Lyon in the final of the Oxfordshire Cup. Back to the center to resume the play following that penalty 2 scored by Gonzalo del Tour. A whistle. Missing here John Paul and Nico Roberts. There we go. And the game is on head to head. There we go with Nico Roach and Facundo Sola. Facu ended up picking it for Ojo Caliente. Nico approaching Facu, and I think he's going to be from the spot in favor of green, and we're going to see it here. Facu picking the ball, positioning himself, and Nico ended up passing over the ball and committing a foul. And it's going to be Jean Paul Clarkin resuming the play for the men in green. Next to him, of course, Facundo Sola. There we go. Facu Sola. Facu with the approach. The ball passing by, looking for Ana Escobedo, who was running up front. And now Gonza del Tour with the back shot. Now Facundo. Coming from behind was Felix Esain. Here comes Felix Esain, hitting and scoring for Ojo Caliente, adding one more, the top scorer today, Felix Esain. Here we're going to see it again. Facu Sola leaving the way for Felix, taking his time, one tapping and then the final shot. Scoring to make it 6-4 just before the end of the checker. Felix with a total of 3 goals today. When the official was about to take the ball into the throw-in, the final bell goes, and this will be it for checker number 3 here at the Oxfordshire Cup final. Ojo Caliente on the lead by 2, 6-4 over Great Oaks after the halftime. We'll be back with checker number 4.
Well, it's our second year with Amaglen here playing the high goal. Last year was a difficult one. Facu wasn't here. I mean, we couldn't play with him because of all the visa issues, and we were only here for the Queen's Cup. But this is the first time we're going to be playing both. So this was, of course, for us important to get some kind of rhythm, to get to know each other with Santi, who is new in the team, but we are very happy that we could play quite well together, and hopefully we can play well in the Queen's Cup, which is our main goal. Well, we play for the first time together. I didn't know him in Dubai, 2015. Pelon told me that if I needed a 4, I should get Facu. Then when I got to know him, he's a hard worker, he's a great player. He was 4 goals then, and he wanted to be to do something as well in Argentina, so that's why we started working together. He's been a big part of La Irenita for the last 8 years, and it's a privilege for me to count with him. And well, this is our first season playing together in England, so I'm happy that at least we could have a good team and win this tournament, which is a good start, of course. Most of them are the horses from La Irenita. Of course, you always get some that you got them somewhere else, but yes, basically I don't know which percentage, but it's quite high, and we are happy to be helping La Madeleine. And again, it's a team. We were talking about that of course it's important to win, but we have fun. The atmosphere is been great, and there is a really nice group of people here. Willing for us to do well, so we are quite happy about that. Well, after the Queen's Cup, we're going to be playing the Gold Cup here, and then Spain with Prince Martin from Brunei. So I'm going to start playing with Facu Pieres there in Spain, and yes, of course, it's a very big motivation for me to play with the boys, with the Castañolas. They've been great. They are the present and future of Polo, so I feel very lucky to be part of their team together with Facu. So hopefully we have a good year. Of course, the main thing is to win the Open. I would love that to happen.
It's good to start with a win. On the results, we started with the right foot. Unfortunately, Harp's got an injury today on the wrist, so that doesn't look good. And so all the fun part and the good thing about winning today, it's a little bit annoying, and just to start with an injury. I mean, it's first of all for him that he has to probably cannot play for a couple of weeks, and it's really painful for him, because it is a really nice team and good opportunity. And then also for the team, we have to restructure everything again and think about what we're going to do, and so that's the bad part about it. Yeah, we played together 2014. We won the Queen's Cup with Sakara. So yeah, it was when we were playing in the field today. I was remembering about that, and I knew that they know me, I know them, they know each other. So it's always easier when everybody knows each other. I think it's an organization that does everything to win. So it's great to be part of it, and we all like to win, the players and Andre. So to have this organization behind and to always have the chance of being on the top is great. Then it's a matter of how team works and having a little bit also of luck and making the right teams and the right players. And yeah, they did amazing in America. Hopefully we can do well here, but I don't feel it as a pressure thing. I mean, it's just enjoyable, you know. Every time you win, we all know that it's not easy to win. Only one team out of 17 teams win the tournament, so it's not that because you are Park Place or because you are any other team, you have to win. I mean, I think especially this year, there's more than 10 teams with chances of winning the tournament, so it will just get to see who plays better, who has a better system in the field, and who is better organized on horses.
So here we are back at Le Lion, ready to enter the second half. 2 checkers remaining here in the Exposure Cup final. These guys are on the lead. Ojo Caliente 5-3 over Great Ox. 6-4, sorry. 2-goal lead. 1-0, 4-2, 6-4. The checker by checker so far, entering the 4th period of the game. We're live on Polo Line TV worldwide with the final here. 1-0 to Great Ox after the first checker. And then 4-2 and 6-4. A great comeback by Ojo Caliente. 3 goals by Felix Esain, 4 goals by Felix. Top scorer today. And for Great Ox, 2 goals by Gonza del Tour, the top scorer for the men in white. So here we are all set to resume the play. The throw-ins taken during the second half on the far side of the field. Here at Le Lion. And the game is now on. A rebound there and over the boards. Let's see if there was a clear team taking it out. Yeah, indeed. This is why Great Ox resumes the play. Nico Roberts. Nico. Challenge there by Facundo Sola. The ball passing by, and now Gonza del Tour. Head to head against Joel Paul Clarkin. Here comes Gonza, a little bit open to the right hand side. Gonzalo del Tour with the under the neck approach, and the ball goes over the back line. So Ojo Caliente will be resuming from the back. Clarkin. John Paul with the approach, looking for Facundo Sola. Here comes Facu. The ball a little bit deflected and short. Challenge there by Gonza del Tour. And now Michel del Carril linking with Dylan Bacon. Nice pickup by Dylan. Still Dylan in possession of the ball. The approach there, looking for Gonza del Tour. Nice tapping by Gonza, chased by Felix Esain, and the whistle. I didn't get to see if there was a foul in there or in the play that was happening behind. Let's see. Dillon linking with Gonza. Well, I didn't get to see it properly. Let's see, it was a decision here by the officials. It's going to be a penalty in favor of Great Oaks. From 30 yards, it's going to be Gonza del Tour, who, as we just saw it on the break, last Saturday ended up playing 4 Jackers for part place in the final of the Prince of Wales Trophy, replacing James Harper. And here he comes, looking to score a new one here through this penalty too. And Gonza del Tour finding a new one, adding a new one for Great Oaks to close the gap again, 6-5. Now back to the center. Anybody's game here, definitely, at Le Lyon. Gonzalo del Tour coming from behind was Michel del Carril. When we listen to a whistle, another, I think they're gonna be calling a hit on the horse. Let's take a look again. Michel del Carril here, Gonzalo del Tour. He's gonna leave it for Michel del Carril. The approach there hitting Facu's horse. The whistle. So there's gonna be a penalty from the spot, at least I think, in favor of Ojo Caliente. Or maybe, look, they're taking it forward. This is the second foul they call against Great Oaks. This kind of foul, I mean, a hit on a horse, of course, without purpose. But look, they're taking it to a 60. And what an opportunity now for the men in green with this penalty 4 to extend the lead here. Facu Sola placing the ball with the chance. 2 goals today by Facu, both of them through penalties from 60 yards. Ojo Caliente leading by 1, and now they have this opportunity to extend the lead. So Facu from 60 yards, Facundo Sola making the ball fly and sending it in to extend the lead in favor of Ojo Caliente. 3 goals today by Facundo Sola, a former 9-goaler in Argentina. Dillon trying to pick it up. The approach there. Reaching out for the ball was Gonzalo del Tour. Here comes Gonza, open to the right-hand side. Challenged in the back by Facundo Sola. Greatly done by Gonzalo del Tour, but the ball stays in behind. Now Ana Escobedo changing the angle. John Paul Clarkin to take it all the way. A whistle there when John Paul was ready to take it all the way to the other end. I think they ended up calling a foul against Nico Roberts, who was regretting himself. Let's see. Nice back shot there by Ana Escobedo to change the way of the play, and there, look. Maybe Nico taking John Paul on the side. So this leads to a new penalty attempt, a new penalty opportunity in favor of Ojo Caliente. With the chance of extending the lead. At least this is a penalty 3 at the least. From 40 yards also, most of the players taking the opportunity of changing. Now Jean Paul placing the ball. We already saw today not only Facu but also Felix Esain taking penalties. But here comes Facu. I think he's gonna take it. Indeed. So Facundo Sola with the opportunity, hitting from 40 yards, sending the ball wide to the right hand side. A great opportunity for Ojo Caliente, but still they remain on the lead by 2. And now from the back it's going to be Nico Roberts. Nico. Jean Paul. Here comes Clarkin. Challenged by Michel Del Carril. Nice action there by Clarkin. Looking for Felix Esain. The open back shot by Dylan Bacon. Nice pickup by Dylan. And now Gonzalo too to take it all the way to the other end. There are no defenders ahead. And Michel Del Carril with the right of over Felix Esain. But still here comes Gonzalo too to score. The ball passing by. Nice saving by Felix Esain. And coming from behind was Dylan Bacon, who couldn't take it. And now to the other end. What a saving by Felix Esain, escaping from the right of, and here comes John Paul Clarkin, ready to set the counter-attacking opportunity for Ojo Caliente. John Paul again, the approach, a little bit open to the right-hand side. Here comes Clarkin, starting to check. The open back shot by Nico Roberts, but crossing over Clarkin's line. He ended up committing a foul. Nice action by Ojo Caliente, great recovery. And look, here we're going to see the replay. There, this is what they ended up calling. Nico crossing over Jean Paul's line. So this leads to a new penalty in favor of Ojo Caliente. Facu Sola, who just missed 40, has a new opportunity, this time from 30 yards, to extend the lead.
So does 60.
Maybe a horseshoe.
What's the penalty there, guys? Only 2. And that, who was that? Is that Dylan?
Who was the bad hooker?
I think it's going to be Felix Esain. This time he already took one, I believe. Here comes Felix Esain from 30 yards, sending the ball in to score, to extend the lead in favor of Ojo Caliente, reaching a total of 5 goals today. Felix. Eight, 5. 2 minutes and a half remaining in this jacket number 4. Still one more jacket remaining. And in the back of the lineup, Facundo Sola. But coming from behind was Nico Roberts. Nice pickup by Nico. Turning there. Coming from behind was also Michel Del Carril. Nice pickup by Grey Dogs number 3. Here comes Michel. Running up from all his teammates. And now to the right hand side, looking for Dylan Bacon. Here comes Dylan. Nice marking by Facundo Sola. Also Dylan. And on the following play, here comes Nico Roberts to take it all the way. Nico again, finding his way into the dangers on the marking by Felix Esain. Nice back shot on the near side. Nice action by Felix. one of the best today, not only scoring but also defending. He had a couple of really key appearances in defense, like this one. Look, Nico, the marking by Felix, finding his way to take that back shot on the near side and earning a foul also. And it's gonna be from the spot. In favor of green. Here comes John Paul clocking. John Paul to the right hand side, looking for Facundo Sola. Here comes Facu. Challenge there by Michel del Carril, and now Felix is in from board to board. Nice marking by Gonzalo del Tour, and now Facundo Sola again. Nice right off there in the back by Felix on Gonza del Tour. Now Facundo. He's incoming from behind, looking for John Paul clocking. Nice pickup by John Paul. Here he comes. Nice and fierce marking now by Nico Roberts. Facu again. Facundo Sola, challenged by Michel del Carril, taking his time into the last minute of play of this jacket number 4. Here comes Facundo Sola. Nice turning, a little bit open to the right hand side, the under the neck approach. Looking for Ana Escobedo. The ball passing by, and it goes over the back line. And Grey Dogs will be resuming from the back. Nico Roberts taking his time. He's going to be approached by Facu Sola, but still Nico manages to take a shot to the right hand side. The ball goes over the boards and it's going to be in favor of Ojo Caliente. Let's see if there is time for one more play. No, and the second bell going there. 2 bells in a row. This means that jacket number 4 has come to an end here at Le Lion at the Oxfordshire Cup final. Ojo Caliente is on the lead, 8-5 over Grey Dogs. And after the break, we'll be back with jacket number 5. So here we are back at Le Lion with the Great Oaks Le Lion players there on the screen, having a word before taking on the field for last jacker there. Gusi Garcia del Rio, if I'm not mistaken, was there having a word with Dylan Bacon on the right hand side, who's been working with them for some years now. And also here Gonza del Tour getting back in the saddle on this game, on this Oxfordshire Cup final hosted by Blackbird's Polo Club, and Ojo Caliente entering the last jacker on the lead by 3, 8-5, and plus they have a knock-in, so they will be starting jacker number 5 in possession of the ball. So here we are with Ojo Caliente on green with Ana Escobedo, Felix Esain, Facundo Sola, and John Paul Clarkin, and Grey Ox playing on white with Gonzalo del Tour, Dylan Bacon, Michel del Carril, and Nico Roberts, Adrian Waits, and Pepe Araya, the umpires in the saddle inside the field. And here we go, check number 5 underway with Facundo Sola resuming the play. Facu. Challenge there by Nico Roberts. Fierce marking by Nico, who ended up picking it for Grey Ox. Nico over the midfield line. Here he comes, another approach open to the left hand side. Nico on the near side. Challenge there by John Paul Clarkin, who was following the play and who ended up picking it for Ojo Caliente. Now Facundo. Facu Sola. Challenge there by Michel del Carril. The ball goes over the back line, and I think this is going to be a safety penalty, a safety corner in favor of Grey Ox. Here again, Facu Sola taking care of the ball. A fierce marking there by Michel del Carril, and then the ball going over the back line. So, a safety 60 corner in favor of Grey Ox Le Leon. Gonzalo del Tour to take it. Gonzalo del Tour with this safety 60 sending the ball in. What a moment to score in the very beginning of check number 5. Gonzalo del Tour closing the gap. Nicely taken. Wide to the left hand side, and the ball going straight in. And now it's 8-6 to Ojo Caliente over Grey Ox. Nico Roberts turning there, approached by Facundo Sola, and the whistle. Nicely done by Facu. Look here again, the throw-in. Let's follow Facu picking the ball, and then the line, and then Nico Roberts crossed over that line. And the penalty in favor of Ojo Caliente. Penalty 4 from 60 yards in favor of the men in green, the green jersey team, Ojo Caliente. Looking for a second title in 3 days. They won the Queen Mother Centenary Trophy last Sunday at Guards. That was a 15-goal competition, and now they're looking for this 18-goal. Facu Sola looking to add one more. Facundo Sola hitting and sending the ball in again to add one more, to extend the lead in favor of Ojo Caliente. Always, every time Grey Ox managed to close the gap, Ojo Caliente was there to cut the momentum by them and extend the lead. Now the game is on. Facundo Sola, a whistle now. Let's see. Here, I think it went in the opposite way as in the previous throw-in, when Facu Sola earned a penalty opportunity and the foul was called against Nico Roberts. This time Nico Roberts picked the ball and then the foul was called against Facu Sola. And this is a very important penalty in favor of Grey Ox. There we are with Gonzalo del Tour placing it. And the chance for the men in white to close the gap again. Important for them to get this opportunity so quick. And here comes Gonzalo del Tour from 60 yards. Gonzalo del Tour. The flagman says the ball went in, but the officials stay there. So this means that the ball went wide to the right hand side, and Ojo Caliente remains on the lead by 3. And plus they will be resuming from the back. John Paul Clarkin. Clarkin taking his time. Challenge there by Nico Roberts. Nice marking by Nico, and on the turning here comes Roberts to close the gap. Taking his time, here comes Nico Roberts to make the final tapping. Taking his time. Challenge there by Facundo Sola and Nicolas Roberts. Scoring. Nice pressure there by Nico over John Paul Clarkin to score. And now, following that goal by Nico Roberts, all 4 players from Great Oaks have scored today. And now back to the center to resume the play. Ojo Caliente by 2. Anybody's going definitely with more than half a checker remaining. But here comes Facundo Sola, who wants to seal this as soon as possible. Here he comes from the near side to the open side. Facundo Sola with the final tapping. Facundo Sola reaching a total of 5 goals today, scoring 1 more for Ojo Caliente to cut Great Oaks momentum and to extend the lead in favor of the men in green. Look again, the final moments of the play by Facundo Sola to make it 10-7. And now again, picking the ball in the lineup. Very active in this aspect of the game, Facundo. In this check number 5, the tail shot there to change the angle. Tuning with Felix Esain, who was coming from behind. Here comes Felix. They really know each other. They play together, not only this time in England, but also in Dubai, in Argentina. Facu Sola and Felix Esain. But now here comes Michel Del Carril, leading the way for Great Oaks. The ball stays in behind. John Paul Clarkin now. Coming to pick it up is going to be Gonzalo del Tour. Gonza, who played the Argentine Open back in 2014, playing for Miramar. That was the only time for Gonza playing in the Open. Felix now putting some pressure over Gonza. Gonzalo del Tour, the marking by Clarkin, but still Gonzalo del Tour remains with the ball and links with Michel Del Carril, and here he comes, Michel Del Carril to take it all the way to the other end, linking with Dylan Bacon. Here comes Dylan with the pickup, and the marking coming from behind was by Felix Esain. Nicely done by Felix, and the approach by Felix. The whistle, so there's going to be a new safety 60 in favor of Great Oaks. A very nice defending action by Felix Esain, but he couldn't help.
I'd say about 2 minutes.
And he couldn't avoid taking the ball over that backline. And of course, Fly Polo, connecting the polo community around the world. So now again, second safety attempt for Gonza del Tour in this check number 5. He scored the previous one, and here comes with a new opportunity. Gonzalo del Tour with the shot, and some doubts there. From this view it looked as if the ball went in, but now the ball has been placed there in the backline for Ojo Caliente to resume the play, so no goal given. And here comes John Paul Clarkin. A Strong hit looking for Ana Escobedo, who was running up front, taken by Dylan Bacon. Nice back shot there by Dylan. Looking for Gonza. Here comes Del Tour. Gonza Del Tour. Taking his time. Nice breakaway by Del Tour. The approach following an unfortunate bounce. And here Gonza Del Tour again. Placing himself for the back shot was Facundo Sola and the whistle. Let's see what's gonna come out of this one. Here we're going to see Gonza Del Tour approaching the play there. And the whistle may be called against Facu Sola. And now a penalty too from 30 yards in favor of Grey Dogs, and Gonza Del Tour with the chance. When we're entering the final moments of this Oxfordshire Cup final, still some time remaining. Gonzalo Del Tour to close the gap. Gonzalo Del Tour hitting it from 30 yards, and the ball going in. A new one by Gonzalo Del Tour, a total of 5 today. So 10-8. A must-win throw-in for Grey Dogs, definitely. And now the game is on. Nice pick-up by Dylan Bacon. Dylan putting some pressure now. Felix is in, one of the best today, definitely Felix. Nico Roberts, nice pickup by Nico. Next to the boards, open to the right hand side. Here comes Nicolas Roberts. The approach by Felix is in. Nice marking by Felix with that open back shot. Still a good pressure by Nico again. Felix picking it up for Ojo Caliente. Ten seconds remaining here. The approach by Facundo Sola looking for Ana Escobedo. The pickup by Michel del Carril, but the final whistle, and Ojo Caliente has emerged victorious in the final of the Oxfordshire Cup here at Le Lion of this tournament hosted by Blackbirds Polo Club. A great presentation by both teams, but at the end Ojo Caliente, who managed to make a comeback in the second checker to take the lead. They never left it again, and therefore they ended up claiming the championship of the Oxfordshire Cup following a 10-8 win. The checker by checker, 1-0 to Grey Dogs in the first one, and then from then on, always Ojo Caliente on the lead. 4-2, 6-4, 8-5, 10 goals to 8. The final score for Ojo Caliente. Second title for them in England in 3 days. There we are with the men in green celebrating a new championship in the UK. So here we are with the best moments of the Oxfordshire Cup final, where Ojo Caliente claimed the championship, but here Dylan Bacon scoring the opening goal of the final. And then again, look, Michel del Carril coming from behind. One of the best goals scored today. A great breakaway by Grey Dogs, number 3, Michel del Carril. But look, this guy was on fire today, scoring a couple of goals from a very long distance, like this one by Felix Esain. Now again, the ball was brought in. And then look, Facu Sola leaving the way for Felix, who scored a total of 5, the same amount of goals as Facu Sola. Here we are with him. Facu, the other top scorer of the final, with the final approach to score, as we mentioned before, a total of 5 by both Facu Sola and Felix Esain. Look how happy Ana Escobedo is there, celebrating with her team, and a new championship for them. And the final stats, Ojo Caliente 10-8, field goals 4 apiece, Throw-ins 1, 11 and 8. Fouls committed 12 by Great Oaks, 7 by Ojo Caliente. Penalties 4 out of 7 by Great Oaks, 6 out of 9 by Ojo Caliente. A yellow card also awarded to Ojo Caliente. A couple of safety attempts in favor of Great Oaks and Ojo Caliente. Second championship for them in England in total of 3 days time. So, on behalf of the Polo Line TV production and Black Bears Polo Club, my name is Andres Ugarte. Thank you very much for having joined us for the final. We'll be back every time live. So, to all of you, thank you very much and have a very nice day. Bye bye.